Shalom. Kohalo Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua. Ba'ashem Rakakadash. For blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. Now in the head of this whole holiday season, a lot of people call it holiday season, but it's really holidays, and that's what the Lord is going to bring on it. You got out here in Chicago, what they called it a Chicago teen takeover ends in shooting at Christmas tree lighting. And this is a every year thing. These YNs, they can't get enough of being demonic. And to hell with this Christmas holiday and New Year's and all these pagan, festivities that our people are partakers in. This is why the Lord, said this. This is Amos. Let's get Amos. Right, Amos chapter 5 and verse 21. It says, I hate and despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. It says, though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, because a lot of our people, they think that, especially Christmas and Thanksgiving, they believe that they're doing that in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, when they're doing that in the spirit of Satan, man. Right? So they'll give, like Thanksgiving, they'll give thanks to the Most High for another year. That's bullshit, man. Right? How you supporting and celebrating the genocide of your brother, which are the Native American Indians, and in the same breath, you saying, thank you, Lord, for blessing us, for giving us, another year and allowing us to come together as a family, man. Right? It says, I will not accept them, neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts, man. So, you know how they have a feast, the turkey, the all these different foods all on the table. The Lord ain't dealing with none of that, man. It's not in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and neither is goddamn Christmas, man. Right? This is why 4th of July, Memorial Day, Juneteenth, Halloween, Labor Day, all the major holidays, man. All the major holidays, you got Jake being put in the spirit world at record numbers, man. Because you niggas, you don't want to quit celebrating this. This is fun to you. This is a good time to you, man. So the Lord gonna put a lot of you Jakes in the spirit world, man. And rightfully so. Let's get one more and we're gonna play. This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 10. It says, the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. Yeah, man. Here it is. You got a tree light and everybody come together, take pictures, whatever, see the lights, whatever they do, whatever after. And it ends in chaos and bloodshed, shooting. I believe 2-3 people got killed, or what have you. But that's the Lord stripping Babylon the Great whore of its mirth, man, of its feasts and its good times and its family time and joyous time. The Lord is stripping this country of all of that, man. It says, and the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. Yeah, the cities, man. The cities are not going to be safe. And we all know how Chicago get down. LA, Oakland get down, New York City get down, right? We know how these cities get down, right? The spirit is very demonic around these holiday seasons, man. So let's play it. Yabashim al Shah willing to let be edified. Shalom.
Chicago held their Christmas tree lighting celebration.
3, 2, 1.
Woo! What a beautiful tree and a lovely evening. Not content with a measly tree lighting, it was time for one of Chicago's other greatest traditions to take place, a good old teen takeover. This Christmas tree edition featuring over 300 people. And what so often happens at a teen takeover?
It started to get violent, and then 5 minutes later, that's when the gunshots were fired.
And we saw these teen takeovers over the summer.
This was the scene near State and Randolph. Teens on stretchers being put in ambulances.
The ages of those who were shot ranging from 13 to 17 years old. All of this happening right after the tree lighting ceremony.
And what are 13-year-olds doing in the street, man? When I was coming up, right? 12, 13, 14, you wouldn't see kids that age in the street 10 o'clock, 11, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. You wouldn't see that, man. But these kids, they're so goddamn unruly that, the parents are scared of them, right? It's just madness, man. The parents are scared. They're disrespectful to their parents, right? You can't tell these kids nothing, man. Everything is the streets, right? My friends. I want to go with my friends. And the Lord tells you about a crowd of unruly people, man. This is Sirach 26 and verse 5. It says, there be 3 things that my heart feareth. And for the 4th, I was so afraid. The slander of a city. Everybody knows about Chicago, man, and what they say about Chicago. Right? This city is very violent, man. You got to be careful when you go out there. If you go out there, it's very violent. This is what they say. But that's not a slander. That's actually a fact, It says, the gathering together of an unruly multitude, man. And that's what you just seen right here. Right? Let's go back. Right here, look at this. The gathering together of an unruly multitude. Something was bound to go down. Right? Something was bound to go down, man. It says, and a false accusation. All these are worse than death, man. Yeah, when somebody falsely accuses you of something, man. A liar. Right? Yeah, he did it. This crowd of kids right here, these crowd of YNs, a so-called white man could have easily just said any of them could have been it, and they would have got arrested, man. They would have charged them. These kids are fucking crazy, man. These niggas, man. Salakia. These niggas, man. Wherever they go, especially if it's a crowd of them, man. Something bound to jump off. Demons are bound to get active.
Violent, and then 5 minutes later, that's when the gunshots were fired.
And we saw these teen takeovers over the summer.
This was the scene near State and Randolph. Teens on stretchers being put in ambulances.
The ages of those who were shot ranging from 13 to 17 years old. All of this happening right after the tree lighting ceremony that happened here in Chicago's downtown and brought thousands of people here last night.
A half hour after that, more gunshots were heard at Adams and Dearborn, a few blocks away. 14-year-old Armani Floyd was killed and another teen was shot.
If you think this is going to get better soon, let's listen to the mayor's previous comments, which might convince you otherwise.
Demonizing children is wrong. we have to keep them safe as well. They're young. Sometimes they make silly decisions. They do.
He said demonizing kids is wrong, but these kids are demons, man. You try sitting these kids down and trying to, get them to open their eyes to what you're saying. A lot of them. I'm not going to sit here and say all of these kids are just fucking out of control, but a lot of them are caught in the pressure, man, caught into the peer pressure and bought into it. Right? So if you get, 10 of these kids, just say 10, you get 10 of these kids in front of you to tell them something or to kick wisdom to them or whatever, only about 2 of them will listen, man. 1, maybe 2 of them will listen. The fact of the matter is these young jakes, they out of their goddamn minds, man. And the only thing they're gonna receive is a judgment from Yahweh Bashem Al Shah, which is put back in the spirit world, right? And be renewed. A lot of these kids, that's what's gonna help them, man.
And so we have to make sure that we are investing to make sure that young people know that they are supported. Jails and incarceration and law enforcement is a sickness that has not led to safe communities. I am trying to eradicate the sickness from this city and from this country.
Not to be outdone, the city of Concord, North Carolina also had a shooting associated with a tree lighting.
Concord police say 4 people were shot tonight at the city's Christmas tree lighting ceremony.
In this video, you can see people running after those shots were fired. The annual tree lighting event is one of the largest events to take place here in downtown Concord, with more than 5,000 people in attendance.
When the shots were fired, the Atalanos said that as many as 200 people came into the restaurant to seek shelter in the kitchen.
18-year-old Nazir Bostic is charged in connection with the shooting. The second shooter is a juvenile. Police say that the two knew each other. Police are going through the proper channels to charge the second suspect here. Then we have 17-year-old Kavion Bostic. He's being charged as an adult for being an accessory to the shooting and inciting a riot.
This is crazy. This is a family event. And why would someone come and ruin something like that, especially for the children?
Hey, you got the last one to speak, the so-called black woman, saying why? Well, it's clear, man, and it's easy to understand. The Lord ain't dealing with none of these fucking holidays, feast days, none of these things that America promotes. The Lord is not dealing with it, man. Right? It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse as time goes on. We ain't even hit December yet. We didn't even hit December yet, man. And here you got just demons, active. So let's get this last one. Ephesians 5 and verse 14. It says, "Wherefore he saith, Awake, thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead." So who's he speaking to? The Israelites, man, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. Come out of this dead state, meaning this state of confusion, this state of paganism, right? That's here in America, man. This is the land of your captivity. Nothing good for you is here, right? When you partake in American festivities, that is only going to lead to death, man. When Yahweh Shem Yahushua pulls you out of the Babylonian way, you receive life, man. You're not dead anymore. You receive life. But this right here, along with this so-called black woman right here, you can tell they're in a dead state, man. They are dead. Right? Because they think that they're doing something righteous and holy, and this is of God. Look how beautiful it is. This is of the Lord. They're dead, man. They're spiritually dead. It says, "And arise from the dead, and the anointed Yahushua shall give thee light," man. And we have that light to see the demonic spirit that's flowing through America, man. That's flowing through Babylon the Great. It says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Yeah, to be at these large gatherings, right? You're gonna have large gatherings all from now on, all the way up until New Year's, man. Past New Year's a little bit. New Year's Eve, I'll give it that. You're gonna have large gatherings, man. Everybody gonna be in the state of the holidays, and coming together as a family. And the Lord gonna have a lot of people get put back in the spirit world, man. So the Lord is telling you to see, he's telling you to walk circumspectly, man, meaning watch, right? Look around. It says, not as fools, but as wise. Yeah, don't be a fool out here, right? Be wise. Show wisdom. Use wisdom, man. It says, redeeming the time because the days are evil, man. These days are evil, man. Right? They're not, going to get any better. These days are going to get more and more worse, man. So, hey, you don't have to listen to us, man, but it's going to happen. So, I'm going to leave it there. Yahweh Shem Shah willing, the elect was other Father. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Shah. And don't be partakers in this this holiday season, man, because it's gonna be hell for a lot of people. To the next lesson, shalom.